Good evening, friends. Stephen Ben-Nun here with Israeli News Live, our Patreons here. I wanted to share some information with you about our bases on the moon. We actually have 3 military bases on the moon, including a power station there on the moon. And what's interesting, someone had sent me this article. I forget who it was, but actually they sent it and I didn't save it. And then I went back and I remember seeing the helium-3 mining, so I kind of looked it up and was able to find it. Very interesting here. But I'm going to cue you in on what's really going on in the moon, and so that you can kind of put some pieces here together. The article, Helium-3 Mining on the Lunar Surface, say the idea of harvesting a clean, efficient form of energy from the moon, has stimulated science fiction and fact in recent decades. Unlike Earth, which is protected by the magnetic field, the moon has been bombarded with large quantities of helium-3 by the solar wind. It is thought that this isotope could provide safer nuclear energy in a fusion reactor, since it is not radioactive and would not produce dangerous waste products. Well, all that is very true. The only thing is this is not science fiction. We actually do have a power plant on the moon that is ran by helium-3. It's considered to be almost like gold because of the cleanness of this particular type of gas here, 3 parts helium, and very efficient in producing electricity. And of course we have 3 military bases on the moon as well. And but very sadly to say, a couple of days ago, our power station that's been on the moon for quite some time now has actually blown up. In fact, when it blew up, I asked the question. I said, well, could it be seen from Earth? Did anybody happen to capture video footage of the explosion? From what I understand, nobody did. Now, for those that are curious, where is this plant at, and where are the bases? Well, if you're looking right here on the dark side of the moon, where the sun is kind of coming around, you see that little edges right there. And it would actually probably be not on the left side there, but over here to the right side there, that part there. The side of the moon that you never do see, our bases and our power station are all on what we call the edge of the dark side of the moon. But nonetheless, now that the power plant has been knocked offline from this explosion, it's created a tremendous problem for us there in space. All 3 bases are now running on generator, which put them at a very low capacity. And what does that mean for those of you that didn't even know that we had 3 military bases on the moon? What that actually means is that we are being limited on our ability to be able to track meteorites, asteroids, things like that in space, because our moon bases are some of our best observation posts for being able to track those objects coming in. And of course they do have some that are of concern. There's always some that are of concern. And of course we even have a kind of like a spaceship type thing, or similar to what we have here that floats around the Earth, the space station that floats around the Earth. We also have one that goes around the moon as well. And so the thing is these are just things a lot of people don't even know about, but that was kind of interesting. In fact, I made the comment, I said, well, did Russia open the doors and let us into their bases over there now that we've been knocked offline? Answer to that question, of course, is no, with a big flat NO. And, you know, thanks to Biden and his nice way of dealing with things. It doesn't mean that I don't guess we can get our people off. We can get our people off the moon if we need to, if we have to do an evacuation process. But at this point right now, I'm sure we'll see what happens. At the time, everything was so fresh when I was told about this that they had not even had a chance to report back an analysis of what happened, what caused the explosion, etc., other than just that it is extremely bad, the things that are taking place. Anyway, just a quick little tidbit for you guys. I do have quite a few things that I need to be sharing with you here over the next few days. from our from the report that I got day before or yesterday actually. And so I am looking forward to being able to update you on more things that are taking place. But I figured I'd just share this one issue here because I talked about it. We'll be talking about earthquakes coming up. We're going to be talking about weather anomalies. More of those are going to be coming up. I know Mike there over on Paul's program there has really exposed a lot of that. But of course, we've shared that with you guys for a long time before then. We're going to also be getting into more of those little bugs that come around that infect people that cause catastrophic things. A lot of things that are going on. I don't want to really say it right now because I don't want to do it here on Patreon. Some of those things will have to be on iConnect Israeli News Live. I'm Steve Ben-Nun. You're listening to Israeli News Live. Blessings.